Hey, buds, I'm your host, Sam.
And I'm your co-host, Brianna.
And this is.
Kush and Crime.
Welcome back to another episode of Kush and Crime. We are glad to be here today. We have our first, well, not first, but a suggestion from a listener. Marissa, shout out to you for this case. So that's going to be what we're doing today.
Hey, girl.
We're super excited to go over it. And then, as usual, we have a strain of the day. We'll talk about some business. This case is a shorter case, so not much. This is going to be a shorter episode, but nothing wrong with that. Short,
Nothing
sweet,
wrong with that. Hell yeah. To the point.
to the point. Exactly. In that mindset, I think we should have Brianna take it away with the strain of the day.
It would be my pleasure, Sam. It'd be my pleasure. All right, everyone. So every now and again, you might be strapped for a little bit of cash. Gas prices are a little expensive right now. We all know that. Everything's fucking expensive right now.
The economy sucks.
Oh my God, it sucks. So every now and again, you need something that's going to do the job, but not break the bank. Some bang for your buck. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Are we talking about middies here? What are we talking about?
This is a hybrid strain. It was, on the budget friendly side, which like I said, I enjoy every now and again. I just had to do the brakes on my car. It was like over $800 because I needed all the things.
Rotors, shim kit,
Cat
pads,
and
grease.
I needed calipers.
Girl, what?
'Cause,
How long has it been
yeah.
since you did your brakes?
Well, no, just one of them failed, he said. And it
Oh,
caused like asymmetry because literally I went from like my brakes were fine to they were grinding.
I was like seized up.
Yeah. So had to go through that. So we're a little broke this week, but that's okay because even budget bud is good bud.
Mm-hmm.
As long as it does the job. So this one, like I said, it's a hybrid strain called Dancing Gorilla.
Dancing gorilla?
Dancing Gorilla. And this one, so this is from like kind of a local farm, local to the state that we're in. So this strain actually wasn't even on Leafly. I had to go directly to the farm website to get more information about this strain. So this is like a really sweet smelling bud. It's nothing to write home about. I'll tell you that much. But it smells decent. It smells decent.
Okay.
And it smokes great. That's the most important part.
That's important. Yeah.
And the taste is pretty good. Like I said, nothing to write home about, but it's also not a bad taste.
Right.
So it's a very true, like mid-level bud that's a good price and still does the trick.
Okay.
So this
We
is a good one in
appreciate
my
that.
book. Yeah.
Economy friendly,
Exactly.
bud.
Hell yeah. Gotta have that every now and again.
How does it smell?
It smells a little sweet, a little tangy, and on their website they describe it as gassy. I don't know what I don't know about gassy. Yeah, some broccoli bud.
Oh my God.
But it's not bad to break up. It's okay to break up. But it does the job.
That's
Second
good.
joint season and definitely done the trick. It took me a while to get this going, guys, because I was having a hard time connecting microphones and headphones and things.
The behind the scenes of the podcast that you guys
Yeah.
claim y'all want to talk shit. I'm sorry. I have to address it. We got our first hater. And mind you, it was for our older episodes, which again, we don't even have that co-host anymore. And I like to think that I've grown a lot since then because that was one of my beginning episodes. So I would like to think, and of course, y'all are here with me. So you're going to think whatever you think, or you're not, whatever. If we're not for you, that's fine. But don't sit here and disrespect me and my work and You have no idea what goes on behind the scenes of a podcast. And we do this because we want to be here and it's fun. And remember, I already said that it became not fun. I don't want to end up in a space of where it's not fun again because people are assholes, which obviously is going to happen. But like, if you don't know what goes into a podcast, maybe just you try it. Try put some effort in and then
Yeah.
come talk to me.
And also just like if just keep on keeping on. Like
Yeah.
go on to something else.
Like, if you have
Y-
comments, okay, you're entitled to your opinion. I don't care. If you don't like me and you don't like the episode, that's fine. You're entitled to your opinion. But I really do recommend listening to other episodes as well. Because maybe you just didn't like the case or the way I covered it or what I said or whatever. Or you have a different opinion or a different theory or I didn't find something and you thought whatever. Sorry, there's a gnat. I'm like chasing it. But like a cat. But again, you're entitled to your opinion. We may not be everybody's cup of tea, but I hope at this point, the people that are here are people that have been here from pretty much the beginning and continue to listen and tell your friends about us. And if you think that we would be people's cups of tea, we would love for you to share that with your friends. Follow us, support the podcast instead of me seeing hate everywhere because I don't want to do it.
Don't nobody got time for that.
No,
The world is full of enough hate.
right. We're here to shed light on violent crime and hate
And smoke a bunch of weed.
and smoke a bunch of weed while we do it. Because essentially, I'm giving you guys the hot goss while I'm stoned to shit, and that's all this is.
Hell yeah, that we're here for the tea. I'm here for the tea every week.
Yeah, Brianna is, like, actually enjoying the tea at this point.
People try to be like, "Oh, what about this true crime? What about that?" And I'm like, "Don't even talk to me about it. I don't even want to know. If I see a documentary is coming out, I don't even want to look at the trailer because I'm going into this blind.
Yeah, she lets me handle all that.
I dedicate to that part of my character."
Yes, she does not care. Unless I tell her to watch something and we sit down and we, like, watch it together.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. Yeah, yeah. Only if Sam tells me.
Yeah, because we did that for and again, we encourage you to go back. We did that for, Long Island serial killer sentencing. Brianna and I sat there and watched it together. You guys can go watch that. That stuff's on our website. We do recommend going back and watching that stuff. So just throwing that out there. Uh, go back, listen to older episodes. And today again is going to be a short episode. And I am getting my screen share ready for Brianna as one does.
Short and sweet. You know, I don't
Short and
mind
sweet.
it.
Yeah,
Just like this bud. Short on the cash you got to spend on it, but it's sweet.
it's sweet. It does a job.
It's sweet. Sweet.
Yeah.
I got to finish the second jointsies.
Yeah, I need a first and second joint season. I'm over here on the Benjamin.
Oh, jeez.
I know.
Sam.
I know. I've been downgraded.
Oh,
All right.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Restrictions, certain restrictions.
Restrictions do apply.
Yeah.
Terms and conditions. Don't use Cymbalta.
Only temporary. What?
Don't use
How much of that
Cymbalta
pen you smoking over there?
if you've had a heart attack, suffer from stroke. And then there's like peaceful music playing in the background and people skipping along on the beach.
Do you see this commercial often?
Yeah, symptoms may include anal fissures. Like, I'm
Nuh-uh.
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay. Someone from Cymbalta gonna be like, "Yo, this chick talking shit about my drug."
Death. All right. Well, I am ready to go if you're ready to go.
Let's do it.
So, this one, I'm going to warn you up front. There are no answers.
You mean it's unsolved?
Yes.
Unsolved mystery.
Literally, it was an episode on unsolved mysteries.
Okay, like old unsolved mysteries?
No, newer unsolved mysteries.
The old unsolved mysteries song, like the theme song in the beginning, freaked me out as a kid. I never
Really?
watched that show because I thought it was so scary.
Yeah.
I never watched it.
You sound like me in America's Most Wanted. but I did watch it,
Yeah,
and it
I
was
did.
scary.
I heard that and I was like, "Nope, time for my bedtime. It is my bedtime. It's too late for me to be up watching this scary ass shit." And that guy's voice, he has a very iconic voice.
Yeah.
And like you hear his voice and you're like, "Oh, that's the unsolved mystery guy."
You're like, "Gotta go to bed. Time to go."
Yep. Yep. Bedtime.
Alright. Joshua Guimond, French.
Oui, oui.
Oui, oui.
Mm.
Was born on June 18th, 1982 to Brian Guimond and Lisa Cheney. They lived in Redwood Falls, Minnesota until Joshua was 4 years old, and then they moved to Maple Lake, Minnesota, where they spent the rest of Josh's childhood. He was very smart, very driven, and from a young age, he knew that he wanted to be the president of the United States one day.
That is ambitious.
Yes, he was very ambitious. He had a plan. It was to grow up, graduate from high school, go to college, go to law school, become a lawyer. And by 35, he was going to run for presidency. Like those were his plans.
Wow, that's a well thought out plan.
Hmm. Because he knew young that he wanted that to be his career path, he was very serious about academics. He was very smart and athletic, and then he got along well with the student body. In his sophomore year, he started dating a girl named Katie, and they were super cute. They were featured as they were a featured couple at their prom, and like Josh was class president, so he was like popular, got along with people, and he graduated in 2000 as valedictorian of his high school.
Oh wow. So he was like the poster child of like good student, good guy everybody likes, etc., etc.
Exactly. Like he was doing like really well, and he was definitely the popular kid, but not condescending. Like he was just goofy and smart and just focused. He was focused. Um, his mom and one of Josh's friends are looking at the picture and they're talking about his valedictorian speech and how long he took to write it and how proud he was of it. And that just goes to show you like how he was really like attentive and he was really driven on every account. After high school, he ended up attending St. John's University in Collegeville, Minnesota. St. John's is an all male school, and there was a sister school nearby that his girlfriend Katie attended as well. So they kept dating outside of high school. In Josh's junior year, he lived on campus with his roommate Nick, and Nick and Josh seemed to get along really well from the beginning. They had similar interests in becoming a lawyer, and they were on the debate team together. Even though Josh and Katie did date into college, um, they ended up breaking up in Josh's junior year. And it was like mutual, common, nothing crazy. And they were still like kind of
Wow.
hanging around each other and everything.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of memories and like core time of your youth being spent together. So
Right.
they
Right.
probably had a ton of the same friends and they went to like neighboring schools. So,
Right. So when they broke up, they were still amicable, like we said. They still had classes together, so they were still around each other. On November 2nd, 2002, Nick and Josh had gone to brunch together. And when they got back to their apartment, they could be heard arguing by one of their roommates, and the argument seemed to be about Katie.
oh shit. Like like he had a thing for Katie?
Interestingly enough, Nick and Katie kind of had a thing for each other.
Oh, well, I mean, young kids, yeah. It's not surprising.
Yeah. So this was after Josh and Katie had broken up already. Um, but Nick and Katie had decided that ultimately they would be better to remain as friends. Um,
Mhm.
but even still at the time, Josh and Nick were still heard arguing about Katie. The same day, Josh was invited to go to Katie's house where Nick and a couple of their other friends would be, and then was also invited to go to a poker game across campus. Considering that we know that Nick and Josh were fighting that day about Katie, I too would choose to go to the poker game instead of going to a party at my ex's house where their thing slash my best friend is all existing
Of
in one spot.
course.
Like, no,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, of course.
That's what Josh did. He arrived at the poker party around 11:30 p.m. Between 11:30 and 12 p.m. And he was having a good time, joking around. He was acting normal. And not long after he had arrived there, he gets up from the poker table and walks out of the room and leaves. Just Irish goodbye.
Oh.
That all his friends say that wasn't normal for him. If he was leaving, he was going to say something.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't sound like that kinda guy from what we know of him,
Exactly.
unless maybe there was something really bothering him or he was having a lot of internal thoughts.
Yep. Well,
He's gone through a lot.
yeah. Well, that night, Nick gets home from Katie's house around 2 a.m. He goes upstairs to check on Josh, realizes that he's not there, and he doesn't think anything of it. You know, they're kids, they're in college. He knows he's going to the poker game. So he's like, whatever.
Mhm.
And he goes to bed. The next morning, Nick wakes up, goes upstairs to check on Josh. He again doesn't see him, which now he finds is odd because Josh, again, is responsible. He would have been home by that time. So he checks his AIM or instant messenger just to see if he's been active. And maybe he just missed him in the house. And there's nothing. He hasn't been active since before he left for the party.
Very suspicious.
hmm So Nick again is like, okay, maybe he just came home, left early, whatever. But let's just, have other things I have to do throughout the day. So he just keeps going. But it's when Josh doesn't show up for a mock trial that was scheduled that Nick starts to get worried that something has happened to Josh, as this is now super out of character for him. He would definitely be, at a mock trial that's very important to him.
So wait, what year is this? Like,
2002.
around? Okay, so, like, they didn't have, like, cell phones?
They did.
Oh, okay. So I didn't know he didn't try to call
I
him?
mean, I didn't see any mention of his cell phone, and when I watched this, I didn't see any mention, but I would assume that he did have one.
Yeah. So maybe he was like, "Where you at?"
Yeah. But obviously didn't get a response if he did,
Yeah.
and nobody saw him. So Nick reaches out to Katie. Yeah, they did have cell phones, so obviously he's not answering. Nick reaches out to Katie and is like, "Have you heard from Josh? He skipped the mock trial." And she says, "I haven't seen him. No, I don't know where he's at. That's weird." So at this point, Nick goes and alerts the school, and the dean of students reaches out to Josh's mom at 10:30 p.m. on the night of the 10th, and he went missing on the 9th.
Okay.
So the dean says, "You need to file a missing persons report for Josh. Nobody's seen him around. We can't find him." So by 11:42, she's calling the police and reporting him missing. That same night, the police start their investigation. They go to Josh's room, they look around, immediately they can tell like he wasn't planning to go anywhere. He was planning to come back home. His glasses are there, his contact case is there, his keys were there, his car was still in the parking lot. So everything, all signs that he was coming back. Like they find out about the party, they go and they question everybody there, and they bring, a tracker dog as well once they come from the party to see, to sniff and try to
Oh,
pick up his
wow.
scent.
They ain't playing around.
Yeah, that same night, they were really moving. So I have a map for you
Oh,
and
sweet.
y'all. It'll be on our website, which is
Cushioncrime.com.
.com. Spell at the end, no ampersand. Same for the
Same with the
Instagram.
Instagram.
Bam. There's map. Okay. Metten Court is where the party was. His apartment or dorm is in St. Mauer. Someone say that. It's probably wrong. So in order to get there, this is a lake, and the in between is Stump Lake. So in order to get
Stunt
there,
flake. Okay.
and this is a pretty small campus area. So this is like a 5-10 minute walk.
Oh,
So
okay.
so the route he would have taken is this main road here, walked up, walked across the bridge over this area, which I'll talk about soon, and then taken a left into Metten Court and went there. Dog is sniffing, picks up the scent from Metten Court, goes, follows it
Mhm.
all the way to this bridge, and then the scent drops off.
Oh, no. Don't tell me this dude jumped in the bridge or jumped off the bridge.
Nope, he definitely didn't.
Oh, oh, so did the dog find him?
No.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah. Uh, so police began questioning. They were able to find 2 witnesses that saw someone on the bridge around between 12:15 and 12:30 that night wearing a hoodie matching Josh's description. They said that they kept walking, like they were walking towards Metten Court and he was walking the other way. Um, they were walking past him. They kept walking a little bit and then they turned around, like as you do when you see one person and you're a couple at night. You just want to make sure you're not about to get
Yeah,
jumped
especially at night. Hell
right
yeah.
in
You
the
gotta
middle of
watch
the
your
night.
back.
Exactly. So they
Hell
turned
yeah.
around to see if where he was at and he was just poof gone. Nobody there, no car, no nothing, gone.
He's a wizard.
He's a wizard, Harry.
That's insane.
Like I mentioned, the bridge he was seen on is right over technically like 2 bodies of water. If we're looking at this map on an overhead view, which again, if you go to the website, you can see it. On the left side of the bridge is Stump Lake, and on the right side there is East Gemini Lake, and there's this like little river, probably like a man-made connection between the 2 lakes, and that's what the
Yeah,
bridge goes over.
it's so tiny.
It's like a little strip.
Yeah.
Um, so they obviously believe that he is in the water. Like, that's their first thoughts because if the scent stopped on the bridge and it went down that embankment, which it did, they would think that he was in the water or he fell in or might have drowned or something.
Of course.
So by November 11th, this is only like the 3rd day, there were multiple agencies helping in the search for Josh, including the National Guard. They had horses. They were searching the ravines everywhere. The next day, they allowed family and friends to start helping, and they searched the entire grounds of the school. And the grounds of the school are very large. The campus itself is small, but the grounds are really big. So they just kind of needed as many people as they can get. Like we had mentioned, because the scent dies off right on the bridge, police think that he went into water. They start dragging the lakes. They're trying to see if they can find him. Nothing turns up.
Oh, no.
And here comes winter in Minnesota because obviously we're halfway through November now. Everything is freezing and they have to stop searching the water.
So how long did they search?
Pretty much up until everything started freezing. After that, once winter fully hit, the family and friends really felt like the search effort had just kind of stopped completely. There were no real leads, nothing was found. So the family was begging police to do more and to keep looking. But ultimately, Josh's family ended up hiring their own private investigator and a bloodhound. The bloodhound that Josh's dad had hired tracked Josh's scent on the bridge the same way the police bloodhound had.
Oh, wow. Oh, what
But
a good boy.
yeah, but it took it a step further and it ended up going to, if you look at the map again, to St. John's Abbey, specifically the back door. So, St. John's Abbey is a monastery on the property of St. John's University. There are multiple monks there and some that teach at the school. Now, these monks are pedo monks and they have
Wait,
had a history.
wait,
And
like pedophilia?
yes, they were molesting boys that attended the school. And since then, the pedo monks have been terminated, but that negative connotation still remains with the monastery.
So wait, so that was going on at this time or just the negative connotation?
Previously, the negative
Okay.
connotation. So,
Okay.
this had happened probably, like, 2 decades before that Josh had gone missing, but
Oh my god, and you
still
still went to this school? I would not be going anywhere near this school.
well, it wasn't really a public thing until people started coming out about it, and then people started getting fired and everything. So, like, the school really tried to cover it up and make it so that it wasn't known, but obviously it broke, and then there's multiple victims of the monks and things. That's a whole separate thing.
That is so terrible. They never got arrested?
No, they did. Some of them got arrested,
Okay, alright, good. Hell yeah. Fuck
and
yeah.
then some of them are dead, some of them were terminated. Um, but when the bloodhound tracked Josh's scent there, his family really wanted to go inside and keep following the scent, but the school called police and told them to get them off the property and tell them, like, to come and deal with it. Like, "Hey,
Oh,
like, they keep
hell
trying to
no.
come in here. They can't come in here. You need to come deal with it."
Oh, hell n I'd be busting that door down. Are you kidding me?
So police did come and investigate themselves, but they didn't find anything.
But they just investigated themselves. They didn't let anyone else in there.
They let the dog in there, but nothing else came of it.
Damn.
Mhm. Um, when spring rolls around, police are able to resume their search of the water. Their theory was that as the water warmed up, so would the natural gases in Josh's body if he was in the water, and he would float to the top.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Unfortunately, even during that whole time, they didn't find Josh's body. Josh's own father was out there on a kayak looking for himself for Josh's body.
Ugh,
Nothing.
that's so sad. That's so sad. Oh my god.
At this point, police have just kind of been really thinking that he's in the water, and they haven't really done any other investigation into anything else. So now that spring has sprung and they've searched the lakes again, they can confidently say he's not in there. So now they need to go back to the drawing board and they need to go and figure out, okay, what else? What's next? So they get Josh's computer, which they didn't have originally.
Oh, they didn't even look in the computer?
Nope.
Like, what were you doing all winter?
Right. Just banking on the fact that he was in the water.
Yeah, like, what the hell? And, like, you had all winter to sit there, and it gets cold as fuck up there.
Yep.
So it was frozen for mad long before you could go up in there and really search. So, like, why the fuck weren't you working on other, like, leads and shit?
Right. But they didn't. They did end up getting the computer, though, from Josh's father, and they search it and they find out that the browsing history had been wiped
Oh, how convenient.
after Josh's death.
What? Okay, so who had access to this computer?
Everyone, because they didn't close off his room.
Are you the school didn't, and the
Nobody.
police
Police
didn't.
didn't.
Oh, jeez.
Yep. So anyone that lived in that dorm room or like that dorm had access to Josh's room because it wasn't closed off. It wasn't treated like a crime scene. So police had to keep exploring other theories until the technology became available to find out what was wiped from that
That's
computer.
fucked. That's so fucked.
Now we're going to go over what some of the theories were that happened to Josh.
Okay.
One theory is that there might have been an accident. This is what Katie thinks. And at first I thought this too. Um, that there might have been an accident, like somebody hit him on the road or something, panicked, wasn't sure what to do, and just took him. Um, but that seems to be ruled out by the couple that saw him that night because they would have heard that shit.
Oh, for sure. Or heard someone speeding away or
Yeah,
someone stopping the car and getting out of the car. And also, I feel like if that would have happened, there had to have been some speck of blood or something
Yeah,
somewhere.
some evidence, but nothing. Another theory that police had looked into was that Nick might have had something to do with it.
Of course.
Like I told you before, they had argued about Katie, and when police found that out, they wanted to question him, obviously. They asked Katie what time Nick left that night. She said it was around like 12:30, 12:40. And when they asked Nick what time he left, he said around like 1:30, 1:40.
Oh, that's a big difference.
And he didn't get back to the dorm until like 2, 2:30, like we
Mhm.
originally talked about. And that's confirmed by his key card.
Okay.
Police were a little suspicious about that hour of missing time.
For sure.
Um, they asked him to do a polygraph, which he initially agreed to, and then changed his mind and said no, he didn't want to.
Hmm.
Again, we've talked about it. Polygraphs are not admissible in the court of law, so I can
Yeah.
understand. But at the same time, to agree to it and then not do it, it seems a little suspicious.
I feel like unless he, like, talked to a lawyer and, like, a lawyer was like, "Don't do it. You don't know how
Well,
to do that,
he
blah, blah,
wanted
blah,"
to be a lawyer. Yeah, I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah, that's true, I guess maybe he knew someone and they suggested that.
Maybe, maybe. Or like his parents. Yeah, maybe. Um, he was also worried that he didn't want a false positive to come up, which that just seemed a little suspicious. Why would there be a false positive? Do you have something to hide?
Yeah.
Did you delete his browsing history?
Right? How often do false positives really occur, I wonder, you know?
That is good research for a future case. We'll look into that.
Definitely.
Um,
TBD.
TBD. So police look at all of that as weird, but they can't find anything or prove any involvement. Um, so again, they're at a dead end with Nick. There was another theory that Josh was a victim of the smiley face killer. The smiley face killer is considered a conspiracy and it's really more of a theory. There's a theory that there's a network of killers that use a smiley face as essentially a tag, and they had killed um, young, athletic, academically successful, like young men, all near bodies of water, all with alcohol in their system, and all specifically in the Midwest. In the future, we may talk about the smiley face killer. We're not talking about it now because it's been ruled out. Most people don't even believe that it's a real thing. It's been ruled out that he has no involvement with the others. So that again is like a future episode.
That sounds like Bigfoot almost,
Kinda,
you know? Like
kinda.
the mythical creature that everyone's looking for, but that may or may not exist.
Exactly. That's why it's like,
Interesting.
and it kinda
But what about this case made people feel that way? Like, was that the smiley face killer's MO to just like make people disappear?
specifically those types of men, young men, and along the time of Josh's disappearance, there were 2 other disappearances that were quote unquote the smiley face killer. Give me just a second and I will tell you their names.
Interesting. This smiley face killer, I wonder how they got their name if they just abduct people.
There's a smiley face tag, like spray painted smiley face near where the bodies were found in several of the cases.
Okay. But just that, did they find a smiley face like on the bridge or something?
No, it's just a
Oh,
theory that
okay.
they had because of these, yeah.
Because
45
the
young
recent ones.
men, yeah, found dead in bodies of water across Midwestern American states in the 90s to 2010s. So smiley face gang, smiley face murder, smiley face killings. So there was like a theory that he was involved in this because of the other boys that had gone missing at this same time that
I see.
that he had.
Okay. So it's a timing thing.
Right.
Okay. I don't really believe that one.
Yeah, that one's a stretch.
Definitely.
Yeah. I that's just more of like Oh, it could be, but I think that one's a stretch. Um, and that's pretty much, like, all the theories that they had up until 2008 when they finally had technology good enough to figure out what was wiped from Josh's computer. It turns out that Josh was using Yahoo Personals to chat with different men. He had 13, or I'm sorry, 13. He had 3 accounts, one of which he would pose as himself, the other 2 he would pose as women and message a fuck ton of men.
What?
Yep,
Like, why?
right. He also had lots of porn on his computer that he was looking at, and to police, it seemed like maybe he was exploring his sexuality, which, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I mean,
You're in
whatever
college.
age you wanna do that at. Yeah, I mean, do you do you, you
Yeah,
know? Yeah, it seems very out of character
right.
from what we know of him.
And that's what everybody says too. They're like, "I don't believe that, but that was what's on his own computer." So there's gotta be somewhat of relevance to it, you know? Um, their theory, police's theory in regards of what they found on the computer is that he met up with someone posing as a woman, and the person found out and didn't like that and ended up hurting Josh. The reason they think that he might have met someone that night is because he just up and left abruptly. And if he didn't want anybody to know about what he was doing and like the sexuality exploration or whatever it is, you wouldn't necessarily announce that you were leaving.
Oh, for sure, and I feel like it'd be easy to be like, "Oh, meet me on this bridge, and I'll see you on the bridge."
I'll just
You know
hop
what I
in the
mean?
car.
Yeah, and that's probably why the scent stopped there, or I don't know. But then there's also the Abbey aspect of it.
Mhm.
So, was it really at the bridge or was it at the Abbey?
Right. Um there's a bunch of pictures of the men that Josh was using Yahoo Personals to talk to. The police do still need help in identifying the men in these photos, and they will be on our website as well as our Instagram. If you or know anything about Josh's disappearance or know any of these men, we also have a tip line that's going to be attached to our website as well for this police department. But there is one last lead that police have, and it comes from campus police, and it's an orange Pontiac Sunfire. During the investigation, police end up consulting with the campus police to see if they had found anything suspicious, suspicious vehicles around the time of Josh's disappearance. Um, what they had found was an orange Pontiac Sunfire. Campus police report seeing it two separate occasions, both parked in a dark area with no lights where nobody is really around. When campus police rolled up to it the first time, a college student in the passenger seat hopped out, ran, and booked it into the woodsy area nearby.
Whoa. Okay, that's extreme. Sketchy.
Hmm.
Did they question the driver?
Yes. He said, "I'm dropping off a student from off campus."
Yeah, and the motherfucker's taking off and running in the woods? What the hell? That's how you drop them off?
Right. The second time they saw it, it was also parked in the same type of area, secluded, dark. And when questioned by campus police what the driver was doing, he said that he, again, was just dropping somebody off from off campus. Police do find out who owns this Sunfire. And when they question him, he just says the same thing: "I was dropping a student off from off campus." Police want to look at the vehicle to test it for any DNA and forensic evidence, but unfortunately, the Sunfire has been crushed,
Oh, how convenient.
as well as our hopes and dreams, because there's no more theories, no more information, no more nothing.
So this guy never gave, he never said where he was dropping them off from?
Nope,
And we don't know who the students were.
nope. I think it's either drugs. That seems like drug dealer
Yeah.
activity.
I was gonna say, as soon as you said, lights off and, in a parking lot that no one's there,
And
that's
then the kid
straight
ran
up drug dealer, someone trying to not be sketchy, but is definitely fucking sketchy.
as hell in your orange Pontiac
Making a fucking
Sunfire.
hot box, come on, get it together. That's
Yeah,
some young people shit.
right. That's what I thought originally, drugs. Also could
Yeah.
be sexual things,
True. That is very true too. Yep.
but yeah, that's it.
Did they say that it was, like, the same student each time, or
Yeah,
are
it
we
was, like, the same
presuming
guy.
it was different? Oh, okay. Alright. Interesting.
Oh, you mean the passenger seat?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, it was a different student each time.
Oh, okay. Mm. Yeah, see, that makes me think drugs, but then why would you crush your car? Like,
I mean,
that's the
police came knocking on my door and I was
drug deal
selling
gone
drugs.
bad.
Yeah. I would crush it
Yeah,
too.
damn. Oh,
Yeah.
unsolved mystery.
I hate leaving an unsolved one. We just did one too. Black Dahlia is
Scary
still
stories.
unsolved.
Yep, yep.
We need a finite one. I found the perfect case for the podcast, guys. I'm so excited. I sent a picture of the book to Brianna earlier. It's gonna be
Oh,
good.
yes. Oh, I'm like, I almost wanna read that book,
I'll send it when
but
it's
I
done.
can't, obviously.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet. All right. Well, if you have any information regarding Joshua Guimond,
Yeah, this guy was gonna go places. He was gonna be the fucking president
exactly. He was
of the
gonna
United
the
States.
US of A. He was gonna
Do
do
you
it.
think that he would have been Republican or Democrat?
I don't know. He did go to a religious school. Probably Republican.
If I had to guess, his parents hired a private investigator with a bloodhound? Yeah.
I think they just wanted answers, to be fair.
Yeah. No, of course, yeah. I can't imagine going all winter and, like, waiting for the fucking ice to thaw out for them to look for your kid. That's insane.
Yeah. Well, if you guys know or know of anybody that knows anything, you can submit a tip through our website. We're going to link it. Or you can give a call to 320-251-4240 at the Stearns County Sheriff's Office. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's the correct number. 320-251-4240 to submit a tip for Joshua Guimond's case. If you know anything about the night he went missing, anything about anything at all, anything about these men that are in the photos that he was chatting with, please make sure. You can also email in if you want to do something privately. You can go through Crime Stoppers. I don't know if they have anything for this case, but I believe you can submit things anonymously through them. Um, but yeah, that's it. This episode does it.
Short and sweet.
Short and sweet. We will see you guys
That's
next
right.
week for another episode. And again, if you guys have any case suggestions like Marissa did, go ahead to our website at www.cushingcrime.com and look for the case suggestion tab at the top.
Hell yeah. Do it.
Alrighty. Well, that's it here. So good night, buds.
Nighty
Bye.
night. Sleep tight. Bye.